This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning for this quick pop-up live trading. I'm going to jump right in. The market has recovered quite a bit, and I wanted to demonstrate a few things that I wanted to do this morning. I'm looking at this NASDAQ position. It's an iron condor, and on the put side, it's at the 27 delta. Excuse me, I keep hitting the wrong thing. I apologize. Let's go back and do that. All right, so this is the 27 delta, and I am looking to, I think this is a little too long. So this is a 12 delta. So what I'm gonna do is get a little bit more aggressive on this and roll this up. And I'm gonna first see if I can do this in concert. This is a 30%. This is a 30 point wide spread. So options on futures with Tastyworks, you have to do the width of the spread the same. So in this case, I'm going to go to I'm going to buy this one, which is 30 points higher, and then I'm going to sell this one, which is another 30 points higher. So now this is all 30 points, 30 here, 30 there, and 30 here. And I'm going to see how much I can get for doing that. And it's only $9, so that is pennies. I'm going to clear that and then just buy this back now. I'm just doing a roll up. I'm going to buy this back and sell this and see if I can get this filled before the market continues to go back down. And I'm hitting replace here and unlock it and try the 85 and see if I get filled. No love. And even though the market is going down, this is frustrating because it's going down and it's still not going to fill me on this position. This is why it's nice to be able to do this in concert. All right, so come on, 80. This is, I don't know why that's going up to 4 and this market is going down. So I'm going to have to get $82 and it's act like I'm trying to buy back a put side or something. All right, so just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to continue to let them rob me. And it's just brutal. All right, so we sold that, and then I'm going to get a little aggressive because I like to have short deltas, and we were at the 30 point Y, we were at the 28.30, and let's go now to, I'm going to get a little bit more aggressive, and we're going to go to the, if I can get this to move, we're going to go to the 15 delta here. We're going to go just outside the 15 here. So this is 37.30, 37.60, and we're going to hit review and see how much we're getting. 98. That's not a lot. Let's go to the 16 delta here, 30 points, and it cost us 82. This is only going to be $22 a change. That's brutal. All right, so we're going to go a little bit more aggressive and go there, and let's see if I can get filled here. See if I can get filled on that. Come on. And obviously now they're going to make me go lower to be able to get filled. Just horrible. Had to get out quite a bit on that other one and not getting this to move up. Come on. All right, so still trying to get that to fill. Let's see if it'll fill here in a second. I also wanted to see if I can roll down my calls on the RTY. We're gonna do that. This NASDAQ is running away from me, so trying to get filled on that. So, man, that was just a $20 increase, and I went that far up. That was just not worth it. And if you're watching this is that I should have just kept it the same. Even for demonstration purposes, that was horrible. They only received $20 basically for rolling up that far. Just brutal. All right, so this R2Y, looking at this here, and the $36, I mean 30, this is the 5 delta there. So I'm looking to buy that back and roll that up as well. I'm not going to touch the put side again. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this in concert. I have to do it like this again. And they're probably going to rob me some more. And so let's see, let's put it in at 50. Unlock it here. It's not letting me do it. I have to type it in. All right, so let's type that in and see if we can get it. All right, so that was a little better. Got off at $27. That was the 5 delta. We're gonna get a little bit more aggressive. I believe that was it was only a 10-point wide spread. So let's go to this 12 here and try a 10-point wide spread as well and see what we can get. And that is 48, so we're getting another $28 to do that. If I adjust this spread a little bit, see if it gives me any credit. All right, just for demonstration purposes, we're going to keep this spread the same, and we're going to get another $20. And they filled me right away, and so I was able to change the deltas a little bit. All right, so jumping over to here and looking at these other stuff here, we have this natural gas that is down a little bit, but I'm going to let that sit. We have this, we just looked at the NQ, the R2Y. This corn position is doing well. I'm going to look to see if I can close this corn position out because it's at 63%. And let's see if we can get out of that. We're going to just put full here. And so after fees and commissions, right now it's trading at about $50 left. If I do that, I have to actually put that down to something like that. And then I can get out to basically what it's showing. So it's showing $50 left. If I do it, if I bring it down, I can get out around that $50 amount. So this might not feel right away because it's below what they're asking for. So that's fine, but I'm gonna let that sit. I don't want to get robbed some more. All right, so this IWM position here, we're just going to take a quick look at that. One is a hedge and one is a position. So this right here is obviously not doing too well. This is at the 32 delta, just notice that. And the call side is at a 3 delta, so I should be able to move this. So this is a position on options on stock, so I'm going to be able to move this the way I want to. So let's see if we move this 2 points. So we're going to move it 2 points. So basically what we're doing is a roll away, and then we're going to finance it, moving this to here and then moving this one to here. And we're going to buy that back. We're going to sit send, and we're going to try to get that filled. And they're going to require a little bit more. We're going to try a 10. That's going to be about $13. We're rounding that up. If I'm doing this too fast, please take a look at the recording when I send this out. All right, so this is I'm just going to move it up so I can get filled. We're going to say it's $14. So now what I did was move from, I believe it was a 32 delta to a 28 delta. I just moved it a little bit to buy some time. This was down almost 5% today. Let's see if it goes back to that level. I'm going to roll this up now. So this was a 3-point wide spread. Let me just check and see what that was. I just forgot already. That's a 3-point wide spread as well. So I'm going to take this up, and as you've been watching, I'm going to take this up to the 15 delta, and we're going to see how much we get for doing that. All right, so we need $15. We're getting 31 here if we get filled. And so this was a finance type of trade, and let's see if that works. All right, so we're asking for 34. That's at 35, so it could fill any second now, but we're going to get it filled because we need to get this filled. All right, so we're basically getting $15 credit if it fills at this, and if you thought it was just the futures that's not giving you that mid price, it's not. It's options on stock as well. The volatility has moved up a tiny bit today, and the market makers are being a little stingy. So that is the 15 delta. Let's see if I can get that filled. I'm 2 points below it, 3 points below it now, and it still hasn't filled, which is interesting there. All right, so let's see what else we have on here. We have this QQQ, and we'll let that IWM bake for a second. So on this QQQ, we have a hedge on and then some other positions. So let's look at what we have. This right here is the hedge, and this right here is the 25 delta. So that's fine. I'm not going to adjust that put side. And then this is the 15 delta. So this is fine. This position is, we're not going to do anything to that. And all right, so everything else, this SPY is just a hedge that's going to fall off in one day. It was a max, paid the full price for that hedge because I didn't take it off. This USO is something that's expiring in 36 days. If it stays where it's at, I'm not going to take ownership of the 12 shares. That was the reverse split, 8-1. And this is the wheat hedge that is not working right now because wheat is going down, and this hedge is to the call side because the risk in grains is to the upside usually. The speed of velocity, like the speed of the move, is usually to the downside with options on stock, and on options on commodities, it's usually to the upside. All right, so if you have any questions, please unmute your mic and present your question. Just interrupt me. All right, so let's try to move this down one more time. Unfortunately, we're not going to get what we wanted, and they still not filling me. Good night. All right, so that actually is moved down and still not filling me. All right, so we're going to get a little more aggressive. We're going to cancel that, and we're going to go to these canceled orders here, and we're going to look at that. We're going to hit similar order to be able to move this up, because that's the only way you can move this up on the Tastyworks platform right now. So I'm going to move this up to the 17 delta, keep it 3 points wide, and let's see if I can get filled. Let's see, unlock is 39. Let's try 38, so we'll get a little bit more. And we're ascending, and no love. I want to get filled right away. So we're going to move it down one and see if we can get filled this time. Come on. Wow, that's just brutal. All right, so this is the working here. We're going to remove this cancel so you can see this better. That's working. And we're going to go to the 36, and they should fill us here. Wow, that's brutal. The spread is not even that bad. All right, so there we go. But man, that was brutal. All right, so this is the new position now. We moved it up from a 5 to a 17 delta, so that changed the deltas. And now we are a little bit more short in this account, and we got a little bit more premium. Not a lot, but we got some more premium. All right, so any questions regarding what I just demonstrated? Basically just a bunch of adjusting just to try to equalize the deltas, just in case this goes down, this market goes down again to its lows later in the day. I have positioned this account a little better, and I think we are all set now. All right, so let me see if we have any questions. All right, so first question is, all right, so Brittany, I am bringing I wrote down the NQ because the delta was a little high. That delta was 30, I think it was 33, 34, something like that. So I wrote that down to move it to a 28 delta. and the NASDAQ now has jumped. It's 50% more than what it was when I did it. But let's just go to that NASDAQ position here. And the reason why I did it, I was just buying some time and adjusting the deltas a little bit, kind of doing like a seesaw type of thing, right? So if you ever went to a park and you were on one of those seesaws, and the heavier someone heavy get on one side, it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop the other side up, and then and vice versa. So I'm trying to keep like a equilibrium of these positions, and here is that position that we moved. It was like a 32 delta. It moved, adjusting it, and the NASDAQ going up some has turned this to a 27 delta. So this is not in the red zone anymore, as I was discussing last night. And as you know, anything over a 30, like 31 and above, is our red zone. Anything below, anything between 16 and 30 is our yellow zone. So this is our yellow zone. So I'm just going to let it sit in this zone here and see how things play out. As you can see, it's still very, very far away, and the NASDAQ has been very, very strong. But I'm betting on this NASDAQ position. I rolled it up to here. This is almost at its all-time highs. So I don't think it's going to go back to that area within this time frame. And I'm not going to keep it in for 32 days, 36 days. So when I'm looking at this, I'm jumping over to this chart here for this NASDAQ really quickly. And the NASDAQ high was about 100 points higher than where I just moved that position to. But I just don't think the NASDAQ is going to continue to do this type of up move. And if it does, that's fine. I'll do that seesaw process again. But I'm so much more comfortable having short delta than having long delta. And if the market goes up, this volatility will come down. For example, this VIX was up 11%, 12% earlier. It's already down, it's only up 3% or just under 3% now. So when the market's going up, as I was trying to articulate last night, why it's important to have short delta, or why I believe it's important to have short delta. When the market's going up, you have theta and the volatility decrease helping you. That's offsetting your short deltas. But when the market's going down, you have two things that's working against you. Instead of one that's working for you, and that's short deltas working for you, but you have the volatility increase when it's going down working against you, and then you have that directional risk that's working against you, or the directional move. So this is why I believe it's important to have short delta, and we'll see how this plays out. You guys have witnessed this. All right, so let's look at the next question here. Let me see. Hopefully that explained that, Brittany. I've moved it down because of those reasons. And let me see for the corn spread that you took off. All right, so the corn spread. All right, so all right, I understand. You were actually asking why did I lower the price for the corn? All right, so I lowered the price for the corn position. This is the corn position here. I lowered it because if I take it off based on exactly what it is right now, I'm getting 63%, and that's what I want to get. I want to get 50% after fees and commissions. So this is going to give me that with this position, and it's saying it's $50 left in the spread. It's $50 left in the total spread, right? So you take this one and you subtract this from it, right? So you're subtracting the 56.25 from the 106.25. That's giving you $50. This is how to read your portfolio, the Dorian Way on lesson 4 of course 1. It's $50 left in it. So if I take this off based on what it's trading at, it's not going to give me the $50 that I need. Let me go back to this activity here. So if I take it off here, right, I'm not going to be able to close it out at that 50. It's going to be a little bit more than that. So let me show you. Right. So if I hit replace here and I open this up and put it at what it's currently the mid is, and I hit review. Well, now that's going to cost, I'm going to have to buy it back for 59. And what's left in it is, once again, what's left in this is $50. So I don't want to buy this back for 59. Obviously, that's including all these fees. All that 59, that $9.08 is all fees. So I'm trying to, factor in those fees, and that's why I brought it down to here. And then that's why I have it at that 0.375. Because then if I hit review here, it's going to give me it's only going to cost me 46 to buy back. It's $50 left in it. So that means I'm going to definitely get that 63% that is currently showing at. So that's why I would lower the price. And then sometimes you should lower the price or add the price. Just let the market come to you, right? Sometimes you can just do that. But if this didn't have a lot of fees associated with this, because obviously, trading with Tastyworks, it's no commissions to close. But if it doesn't have a lot of fees in this in these options, I would just close out at the mid. But in this case, I have to factor in those fees. All right, so this volatility is pretty quick, right? So the NASDAQ just dropped very, very quickly, and all of this stuff has just dropped very quickly. So that's why you take the opportunity to adjust when you can. And when you got a little pull, we got a little pull back or pull up towards green, and just in case it goes back down, I wanted to adjust those. And if it continues to go back up, and if it continues to go up, I'm fine with that. I'm actually okay with getting more and more short delta. All right, so any other questions this morning? All right, so if we don't have any more questions, I want to thank everyone for joining me for this live trading. And if you have some questions after you look at the replay, just let me know. Try to have a great day. I'll check in with everyone a little bit later.